Now we're going to look at how to add a document to SWIMS. There's actually several places you can start. If you're in My Projects, and we'll go to My Projects, and I'll come down to the AS Incident Reports, Jefferson County, I can actually click in the taskbar and upload a document from here. And this is the basic page you're going to see throughout SWIMS anytime you want to add a document from scratch. Or I can go up here to the blue toolbar and the Submit Data tab, and we have Upload Documents on this page at the bottom. Another place you can add documents is when you enter new fieldwork. So I clicked on New for my fieldwork. I get the entry page, and then toward the bottom of this first page, you can either find a document, so that's one that's already in SWIMS, and you happen to be able to find it with the title, or you can create a new document, and here you go. It's the same basic things that you fill out every time, and you would have to have that file where you can get at it or have it saved online somewhere where you can put in the URL. We'll go ahead and close that. And another place that, whoops, let's go back to the home page. When you're in projects, so we'll open up a project. We'll look up Purple Loosestrife in Douglas County, add PL-Douglas. We'll open up that project. Come down to the green bar, you see documents. We've got all kinds added here. If I enable edit, I can come down to the green toolbar, click on documents, and going to the end of the the end of the title bar, click on the plus sign, and then again, I can add a document, or if one is already in SWIMS, I can add it. So let's go to one of the most obvious places. We're going to go to the Documents tab and click New there. So you want to have a document title that's very descriptive. Now, here's some that I've done in the past. I want to make sure I could find them easily. If you're doing a report on a species and you want a photo for that, or even if you just want to have them in the library to look up, it helps to start your title name and your file that you have your photo named as with the 2 or 3 letter code of that species. So in this case, it's PL for Purple Loosestrife. So I will generally name my file. In this case, we have PL, Lacrosse Marsh, John Sullivan, and the date. And that's my file name. And all I do is copy and paste that in as the document title. So that's a very common practice that can be very helpful. So I'm going to get rid of that because I'm going to actually add a new picture, one I took last summer. So this is going to be a picture of Alex Sell and Dara Fillmore in kayak. The author name is me, Jeannie Scheer. The date, here's one where people get stuck. In this case, it was August. Honestly, I don't remember the date right now. I'm just going to use August 10th. And you want to put something, if you don't know the date, make a comment in the description box that the date is an estimated date. So I'm going to say that estimated date of Alex and Dara doing PL monitoring near Superior. And I can go in and edit this later, but for the sake of showing this process, that's what we're going to have. And then I can choose my file. So this is in my photos. I had it open, so it's easy to find. And I'm going to pick this one. All right, the file is there. You can see in this case, I didn't name it properly because I'm only using this as an example. If I were to name that properly, it would have been PL underscore the station ID if I have it, or the WIBIC, and the county name, and then shear and the date that the picture was taken. All right, the document type, you want to choose photo, but as you can see, there are many, many things. Say you do a newsletter you're particularly proud of. There's an option for newsletter, monitoring reports, maps, many, many things that you can add here. This is a photo. I don't know what the WIBIC was of that particular water body, but I could add it here. Keywords, they've had to do with purple loosestrife. They were monitoring. Actually, I'm not going to put purple loosestrife there. There's a better option. So let's call this Biocontrol. Those are words I use all the time, so they just happen to be in the list. Document descriptor. There is one in here for species, so that's where I'm going to use purple loosestrife. The author. When I put the name in this particular area, and it gives me, whoops, and it gives me these choices. There's As Outreach Specialist. Then this picture is also going to end up associated to my profile. So if I were to look on my profile, I would see this picture in the documents after this point. Because this is related to purple loosestrife, and there are literally hundreds of purple loosestrife projects, I'm not going to add anything for the project yet. But I'm going to copy this because I'm going to search for this document later. So I'm going to click Create. And now this is what it looks like in the SWIMS document library. So whenever you look up a document, in order to actually open it, you should either have a URL over here on the right, or you'll have a little icon, looks kind of like an Adobe icon. And if you click on that, it'll go into your download folder. And there it is. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. And then I do want to add this to a project. So I'm going to go back to my projects and click Find. And back to PL Douglas, because that's where we were, was Douglas County. Edit, because I'm going to be adding something. I'll scroll down to the bottom to Documents. I will click on the plus sign in the document title bar. And now I'll click on Find Document. And this was another one I added when I was practicing. I'll paste in the title that I used and search. And as you can see, there are other ways you can search, but this worked fine. I click on the arrow. That's filled in all the information, and all I have to do is click Create. Now when I go down to the Documents section, it'll probably get added at the end. So I'm going to click on page 2. And here are 2 pictures of Alex and Dara doing monitoring. So if I click on the little icon for the picture, it pops back up into the download folder again, and there they are. So adding documents really adds a lot of important information and visuals to SWIMS. So don't be afraid to do it. Make use of it, especially with field work for verification. If you need any assistance, contact your DNR AIS biologist or someone on the SWIMS help team. When it's program specific, contact one of the program coordinators.